Welcome back to 5-Minute Math with Mrs. Dean. Today's 5-minute math topic, adding and subtracting with decimals. So the two important steps to remember, number one, line up the decimals. The decimals always live between the ones place and the tenths place. They separate your whole numbers from your fractions or parts of a whole. So in order to make sure that you are lining your digits up by place value correctly, line up the decimals. Here you can actually play connect the dots, draw a straight line, and as you can see, I even placed my decimal in the answer before I even solved. That's a huge tip for making sure that you are solving this equation correctly, whether you're adding or subtracting. The other step that you want to make sure to take when you're solving these problems are to balance your equations with zeros. Now, this is especially important in subtraction. Here, kids want to be tempted to just go ahead and bring down the 6, bring down the 7, subtract 3 from 1. That's not correct. You're not going to get the correct answer. You have to balance the equation on the decimal side by adding zeros. Now, this does not change the value of your top number in your equation. It simply gives it some balance and it ensures that you're going to solve this equation correctly. Now, my example I like to use when I'm subtracting is the top digit as I'm working through. Each digit is the number of cookies I have on a plate. And in my bottom number, each digit represents how many cookies I want to eat. So it's always a great comparison of how many cookies do I have on my plate? Do I have enough to eat? If not, I need to move to the next step. So here, I'm going to start solving. I have 0 cookies on my plate, but I want to eat 6. I can't do that, so I'm going to go to the neighbor to the left. They don't have any, so I have to travel again to the left. And my digit in the tenths place has a cookie. So here is where I begin solving my equation. This becomes a 0. I give that to its neighbor directly to the right. Then, now I have enough to take from here and give to here. Now I can begin solving. So 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 7 is 2. Now I'm back where I cannot solve. I have 0, but I want to take away 3. So I have to go, again, neighbor to the left, which is 5. I can take 1 from the 5, regroup that. Here, now I have 10 minus 3, which is 7. 4 minus 2 is 2. Now I can simply bring down the 4 and the 3. So make sure that you're balancing those equations with zeros. Finally, when you're working with word problems, some words to pay attention to in those word problems that will help you to determine, are you supposed to use addition as your operation or subtraction as your operation to solve the word problem? So some words to think about. If you're working or if you're supposed to use addition, you're going to be looking for words like total, sum, altogether, in all. For subtraction, you're thinking about either a difference between two items or a comparison of two items or two people or two things. So you're going to be looking for phrases, the difference between blank and blank, or how many more than, how much taller, how much shorter is one person than another, or is one object than another. So things to think about as you're working through those word problems today. You guys stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon.